everyone, my name is Bret Williams, and today I'm going to be reviewing War for the Planet of the Apes. And yes, I'm not wearing pants. War for the Planet of the Apes was directed by Matt Reeves and stars Andy Serkis and Woody Harrelson. And holy shit, this is one of my favorite movies of 2017. Wow. So this is the third movie in the rebooted franchise of the Planet of the Apes, and yeah, this is probably the best one yet. Holy crap, where do I start with this movie? This movie is amazing. Start with the characters. The characters in this movie are beautifully crafted and they have great depth and development. Yes! Guess I didn't get that from you, did I? Once again, Andy Serkis plays Caesar brilliantly, and this is his best performance yet. He brings so much emotion and character to Caesar that he feels like an actual person. First of all, the special effects in this movie are freaking amazing. When I first saw Caesar in this movie, I freaked the f*** out. I was like, what the hell? That's not real. That is not real. Oh my god, Woody Harrelson in this movie is brilliant. There's a 10 to 15 minute scene of exposition where he's just talking. He's explaining why he does what he does and why he wants to do what he wants to do. I never got bored in this movie. That's the great thing about this. That's the thing. And I didn't get bored when there were no action scenes. There's a lot of sign language and stuff like that and communicating, and it really doesn't get boring. And that's awesome. This is really one of my favorite movies of 2017. Without a doubt, my top 5. Alright, now let's get on to spoilers. The reason that Caesar wants to take revenge on the Colonel is because the Colonel kills his family. So later we find out that one of his friends, Winter, is actually working with Woody Harrelson's character. And he gives away the location, which gives them the opportunity to kill Caesar. But instead of killing Caesar, they kill his family. And it pisses him the fuck off. And it's awesome seeing like that. You've seen Caesar get pissed off a lot, but never like this. It's probably the most emotion we've ever gotten from him. In this movie, he's basically human. You've seen him kind of struggle to talk, but in this movie, he literally talks fluidly with full sentences, and it's amazing. So the girl in this movie, you've seen her probably in the trailers, she's discovered by them because they're on their journey to take revenge, and they find her and they figure out that she has a disease. Disease in the past movies was revealed that it killed people, but now it's mutated and evolved to where it turns humans basically into apes. It takes away their humanity, which in a way is even worse than dying. We have this heartbreaking scene where Woody Harrelson's character, the Colonel, is explaining why he does what he does. And he says that he kills his son because he had the disease. And he said that his son, in his eyes, he was telling him to shoot me. And he did. And that basically took away his humanity in a way. And basically he's just a stone cold, heartless man who's just trying to take revenge. And also Caesar is taking revenge. In a way, these two characters are so similar. Caesar and the Colonel, they have so many similarities. Now Caesar in this movie, he has an internal conflict even himself. And that internal conflict is Koba from the second movie. Because he keeps seeing him in his sleep. He has him in his nightmares. He's hallucinating and he sees him everywhere he goes. And it's really effective at times. It's really brilliant the way they do it. Now, if you go into this movie thinking that it's going to be a full-out war film, I wouldn't. You'll probably be a little disappointed in this movie because it's not really a war film in a way. It's not physical war, but more internal and psychological war than anything else. And that is done brilliantly in this movie. You have Caesar who's trying to struggle with his inner demons and facing Koba and trying to basically separate his differences, but he realizes later in the movie that he basically is Koba in a way. And that was done so well. You have Woody Harrelson's character who's trying to cope with himself. Then he gets the disease later in the movie and he can't live with himself because he's not human anymore. It takes away your human traits. So he immediately took Caesar, grabbed his gun and told him to shoot him. And after all the build-up and everything for Caesar wanting to kill him, he doesn't do it. He cries and he just walks away, and instead he shoots himself. That was a very emotional scene. It really worked. So at the end of this movie, it actually unfortunately was spoiled for me before I saw this movie. Thank you, Chick-fil-A. Anyway, at the end of this movie, Caesar dies. Basically, the mission of the apes in this movie is to find another location where they can reproduce. And they do find it. As soon as they get there, Caesar dies, and it's a very sad scene. Caesar gets shot with an arrow, and he bleeds out, and then he finally dies. So that was pretty sad. Yeah, a lot of characters die in this movie, and it really is effective. Guys, War for the Planet of the Apes was everything I hoped it would be. It has depth, it had great character development, and it was emotional, it was sad at times, and it really probably is one of my favorite movies of 2017. And for that, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. So what did you think about War for the Planet of the Apes? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment and let us know. And do not forget to subscribe to High School Film Nerds. Peace out!